Very good evening, everyone. I have muted the audio. You can post your messages in chat. So, welcoming all the participants, registered participants. Mr. Narendra Reddy, Madam Ramya, Mr. Ravi Kumar Kola, Madam Sudha Sankutuvan, Mr. Urmil Yagnik, Madam Krishna, Nitya Ashok Kumar, and Mr. P.R. Kalpagam from Priste Hope. So, welcoming all the participants. Very good evening to one and all. So today's topic is a very important topic. I have muted all the participants. We have planned to schedule and continuing the webinar just for 30 minutes, not going to hold you for about 30 minutes. So I'm here to share my knowledge with you all. Please have a scribble pad and pen if you wish to take notes. Okay, we'll start the session. This is my 16th webinar. Very warm good evening to one and all for all the participants, professors, teaching fraternity from schools, colleges, universities. So marine engineer has also joined with us today. So today's topic is the most vital topic, aids and impediments of online teaching. It has become a culture during quarantine period. Number of online classes, webinars, so plus and minus. The pros and cons of online teaching. We are about to share the knowledge. I welcome you all wholeheartedly. I hope you all stay home, stay safe, and keep your mind very happily. Don't feel stressed. Keep learning. Keep learning not only from webinar, learn from kids, learn from elders, learn from the members of family. Sit together, share your experience, get to know difference of opinions. So learn everything. Keep learning everything. Every day we learn something new from everyone we face in our daily lives. So we are in lockdown 2.0, spending our valuable time here. Today's agenda is enlisted as 10 different topics: introduction, scopes, online teaching versus online learning, purposes, types of online teaching, aids. Aids means assist, the positive points, the merits, and impediments, the negative side, the black side. Common barriers in online teaching, suggestions to overcome the online teaching, how one can become a master in online teaching. Suggestions are also offered to overcome common barriers, and end with conclusion. This is today's agenda. I hope we shall start with the agenda 1, introduction. In introduction, we need to know the origin of online teaching. Teaching, we know we start with a lot of pedagogical methodologies. We still follow chalk and board, dictating notes, handouts, charts, worksheets, a lot of teaching strategies faculty use based on the interest of the faculty. So how did this online teaching had its evolution? Actually, when we start doing research on online teaching, Teaching through correspondence courses for the students who could not come to university was started in the year 1800. So 18th century it was started, especially to teach students through parcel post. Till it is continued by a lot of universities. They share materials for those who can't go to college, those who are working part-time. So it was started in 1800, 18th century. And distance education was further implemented through radio station for the students to listen notes and lectures in 1900, 19th century, in early 19th century. The next advancement happened as the radio station was invented by a particular university, namely University of Wisconsin. They got a license for the radio station they invented. They started to develop educational materials and started to broadcast educational information for the students, especially for the particular university, namely University of Wisconsin, in the year 1919. See their developments. So origin 1800, 1800, 1919. Then what is the next growth? 1930. Another university, University of Iowa, they had another advancement, started television broadcasting. So from radio station to television broadcasting. Here we witness there is a development in teaching methodology. So now we are in 2020, 90 years ago, what happened? 90 years ago itself, television broadcasting was started. But during COVID period, Doordarshan is telecasting lessons for 10th and 11th and 12th students daily. But it was originated in the year 1930 by University of Iowa. Online teaching. Who originated online teaching? It was by a professor, a university professor, B.F. Skinner, who invented a teaching machine, a computer, who utilized computer for teaching, creating, supporting documents for his course. The first, it is namely called first CAT. CAT is nothing but computer assisted teaching. See here, CAT means computer assisted teaching. When you use ICT, when you deal with online teaching, lot of abbreviations came. CALL, call, computer assisted language learning, computer assisted language teaching. This is meant for a language, since I belong to a language department. So first agenda is over. We are moving to second agenda, scopes of online teaching. Yeah, we have crisis. Online teaching is meant for only academicians. Don't we? Why not we? Does it require any technical skills? So who are all having scopes to organize and conduct online teaching? Who can do online teaching? We shall see on the educational platform of online teaching. Academicians, yes, online teaching is meant for academicians. The first priority goes to academicians. Their main purpose is teaching, teaching, teaching. We are meant for teaching students, sharing their knowledge with the students, monitoring them, evaluating, assessment. Schools, arts and science colleges, engineering colleges, universities, deemed universities, IT companies. Yeah, the further development we witness nowadays, IT companies have stamped their foot on developing contents related to career development skills, job interview related skills, promote industry, university related skills, to empower, to enrich the motor skills of the students in higher education, especially. IT companies, they focus on online teaching. They offer courses. Experts of any discipline, they offer online courses. Online tutors, the freelancers, those who offer courses, taking tuition, they are also meant for online teaching. And motivational speakers, they use online teaching, they go live in YouTube, Facebook. See, you can't believe. They also teach something, sharing their knowledge, they teach some morality, developing humanity. So everybody shares knowledge through online teaching using any social network. It doesn't end there. See, celebrities, they also share. Nowadays, you can get lot of videos from celebrities who keep on posting to be aware of COVID-19 to stay home safely. Freelancers, the part-time job people, freelancers, they do online teaching. Industries, they also offer online teaching to promote and develop the employees' skill. Tuition centers, yes, now they are doing amazing job. Amazing job is for business. They are longing for content development. They are longing for content developers who can host the online teaching materials, who can write materials for online, and individuals. So the individuals, here we terminate with the individuals. Any individual, if you open YouTube video, you can get any recipe video, yoga, dancing, whatever it is, people share the knowledge, they wish to teach and earn money. So online teaching is for everybody who are liable to use the gadget properly. Now, agenda 3. What is online teaching? How do we compare with online learning? Do they have any difference? Yes, very simple difference we have with the online teaching and online learning. Online teaching indicates distance. When teaching comes, we interact with the students, we clarify their doubts, no problem at all. We motivate, we clarify their doubts, we provide a lot of workbooks, handouts, activities like a classroom group discussion. But when it is online teaching, it indicates distance between a teacher and students. Okay. Then what about the examples for online teaching? We can list too many numbers as examples for online teaching. Whatever we learn from online MOOC courses. MOOC courses are massive open online courses. We are going to check them later in the further slides. And certificate courses, online certificate courses, online short-term training programs offered by IIT Bombay, online workshops, online webinars like we are here today. We have not seen our faces before today, but we are here. We are spending our valuable time. Why? To share our knowledge, to learn something new. We don't want to waste our time. Can you believe that I have spent 15 hours of mine to host this 30 minutes webinar? You can't believe, because I have the responsibility when I host a webinar, when I invite experts, academicians, it is my responsibility. I take this responsibility, carefully design all my slides, which should not confuse my participants. Okay, online teaching does not end with only these 4. It continues through blog post. We can share our knowledge. We can keep on teaching through blog post, social network post, YouTube lessons, and apps. Lot of free apps available. We can share. If you do not have any technical knowledge, download an app. Daily you get a particular word, refer a word, share with your students. So it is also online teaching. You no need to, if you have no skill on YouTube video lectures, you can download an app, find a word, hardware related to your discipline, maybe mechanical engineer, a marine engineer, an English faculty, Tamil faculty, mathematics. You can download any kind of free apps. For mathematics faculty, you can have collection of maths formulae. Formulae you can share with the solution, with the tips. So you don't need to have a lot of technical skills. What is online learning? That's the opposite. See, online learning, the distance between students and a teacher. So here we have online teaching. We are the best example for online teaching and online learning. From my side, I can call online teaching. From your side, I could call online learning. So online learning comprises blended learning, does not end with only text or lecture, providing supporting materials. I'm going to give you examples in the form of video, PPT, presentation, PDF, Word document, illustrations, jokes, humors, everything is blended. Synchronized learning, face-to-face learning. If I stop sharing, we can see our faces. Online tuition, virtual classroom, all these come under online learning. Let's see few online educational platforms. I hope the next slide will be highly useful for you. If you have a scribble pad with you, please take a note. Yeah. So if you wish to utilize this content period very usefully, you can do a lot of MOOC courses. MOOC means nothing but massive open online courses. A lot of platforms offer free courses and paid courses. If you don't wish to go for paid courses, 400 rupees or 500 rupees or 2000 rupees, you don't wish to spend your money, especially during this COVID period, please note down these websites or take a screenshot in your gadget: coursera.org, futurelearn.com, edX.org, iitbombayx.in, udemy.com. So these platform offers courses, but our job here is, after creating account in these websites, we have to identify which courses are free, which are paid. This is the task, only task we have to do. So why we have to do massive open online course? If you have to develop, you have to learn educators toolbox. Educators toolbox, if you wish to learn, you can learn from MOOC courses, the free courses. You can find out any courses which support your curriculum you handle. You can get open sources. You can enhance and enrich your knowledge. You can, when you enrich the knowledge while sharing with the students, naturally students' knowledge also getting developed. Once you complete online courses, you get course completion certificates, which are highly helpful for your annual performance indicator. I hope you have taken a screenshot here. I shall move to the next slide. See, this is the web page of coursera.org. This is the logo, coursera.org. You have to join for free. You will get a lot of courses. You have to search. The only task is search, do research, which is art for you. Udemy.com. See here the website, udemy.com. App is also available, udemy.com. Like Swayam, our Indian government offers Swayam, NPTEL. I'm just exploring few other educational platforms. Udemy.com. So I have completed 40 plus MOOC courses here in udemy.com. And the next website, futurelearn.com. See, futurelearn.com. Here you need to pay money of $20, $30 for getting certificate. But when you subscribe, when you create account, they will send you intimation mail to join free course when they provide free certificates. That also you can have. You can ask me a question. If I enter into or I enroll into an online course, how long does it take? In FutureLearn, it starts with minimum 2 weeks. Minimum 2 weeks. The minimum 2 weeks I need to spend daily 24 hours or 8 hours or 10 hours? No, of course not. Weekly 3 to 4 hours. Weekly 3 to 4 hours only you have to spend in FutureLearn to complete a course. It will be quite interesting. Lot of courses, right, from drawing, photography, cooking, everything is available. This is a platform where a pool of universities, they join together, they post their courses. And FederalKnowledgeFoundation.in, the recent online teaching happens in this platform. They are offering courses, they are giving us career guidance, they also give us an opportunity to post our courses here. We can earn money too. See, the topic is interview with a school teacher. This is a very common topic. See, can't we prepare a video like this? We can, yes, of course, just 3 minutes. How to speak fluently in English, preparing a list of common expressions and conversations, we can frame a course. Those who are having enough time, especially during this COVID-19 period, we can continue learning and sharing our knowledge to empower your communication skill, getting proficiency. Most popular online courses under healthcare, also healthcare, parenting. For any topic, we can have a lot of online courses. IIT Bombay, x.in. I have completed a lot of courses in IIT Bombay also. IIT Bombay offers 4 weeks, 8 weeks. It conducts assessment. You need to pass the assessments. Keep on. They are sending you assignments in mail. NPTEL, supported by our government, nptel.ac.in. Academy, AC stands for academic. This is the website. So we can't find lame excuses here. We can learn good things from anywhere, from home, without wasting our data. edX.com, edX.org, Coursera, Udemy, FutureLearn, these are all most popular educational platforms which offer courses, qualitative courses. Very important, qualitative courses. When you complete a course, you will learn something new in the day when you complete your course. Next, the IT companies. I had told you IT companies. TCS has started, see here, digital learning videos, a lot of courses. Content development has become a business nowadays. People are longing for content developers. If we have good stuff to create content like this presentation and a video, you will be paid a lot equal to IT people. Yes, the next is another individual has created a website, a domain, mahendras.org. They also offer products. If you wish to do a course, you have to pay money. See, we are leading in competitive exams, very helpful for those who are aiming to clear a competitive examinations. Don't need to go to any other centers. During night times, you can work, you can clear, you can have online test, doing self-assessment. Yeah, we came to know a lot of good things in Agenda 3, Agenda 4. Purposes. What are the purposes of online teaching? To complete syllabus. This is the very first priority. No compromise here. If you have any online teaching to your students during this COVID period, especially for 10th, 11th and 12th students, our first priority goes to complete syllabus, conducting an objective type of test. We use online teaching. And to improve career development skills. If I'm familiar only with the chalk and board, definitely I have to improve my career development skill, like preparing this kind of PPT to engage my audience for an hour to share a lot of information within stipulated time of 30 minutes. To share knowledge very particularly, to share knowledge, to earn credibility. I can insist one thing here. Most of the participants here joining with us today in this particular webinar, they are joining with me. They're joining with me usually because they have got the credibility. I would share good stuff, new information on any webinar if I host. To own a business startup. Yes, we can create a domain like the Mahendra's website. If you have a good knowledge, developing content, we can develop courses, the set of a team of different faculty from mathematics, English, Tamil, physics, chemistry. We can have our own business startup as a part-time job, selling our product. This is what we do in institutions also. There we prepare question bank, we set question papers, we evaluate, but what do we get? We get salary. If you convert into the content, if you have a domain, you can sell it. So you become an entrepreneur. And the online teaching promotes teaching learning strategies also. Of course, it develops an uncanny to create interest among the learners. Yes, the students, especially during this COVID-19 period, they are longing for listening to the voice of the faculty through online teaching. So when we use this kind of presentation, people will remember the points. It creates interest, of course. The most important purpose, it cannot be denied by anyone. Online teaching, it has to give the monetary benefit to earn money, of course. Now we move to agenda 5. Types of online teaching. Only 2 types are there. Free online teaching, paid. Now we have free webinars, free online teaching and paid online teaching. So what are the sources to host online teaching where we can teach? So here is the list: MOOC courses, webinars, YouTube channels, Edmodo, Google Classroom, Hot Potatoes is a software you can install in your laptop. Quizmaker is an app you can install in your mobile to create quiz and share with your students. It evaluates the assessments. Telegram channels, it is repetitive, I shall delete later, and Byju's. Now Byju's is offering free courses. Afterwards, they ask for money. Again, paid. Paid MOOC courses are there. Paid webinars are organized nationally. Pre-paid educational platform, Classroom Live. They are having a domain. Keep on sending mail to the teachers, academicians, institutions to create an account with them, to have an MOU with them, to host meetings, to start teaching online. Edionix learning solutions and Telegram channels. See, people charge minimum amount of 60 rupees or 50 rupees to join in Telegram channel, to be there in getting materials for a month. Per month, you have to spend 50 rupees or 60 rupees to get qualitative materials in Telegram channels. And these types of online teaching, what content formats they do upload? See here, the PPTs, video presentation, PDF files, Word documents, images, MP3 forms, audio files. This is called a podcast, video file, vidcast, podcast with a video cast, broadcasting videos, the lectures, handouts, online quizzes, and discussion forum. So these are the content formats. Once you prepare PPT, you can post, you can conduct a webinar for free and paid. The same happens here also in paid form. Agenda 6, aids of online teaching. Now we are in our webinar title, aids of online teaching. Yes, how does online teaching help us? It facilitates teachers to save time, no need to write again and again in Blackboard. If you handle 7th A section, 7th B section, and 7th D section for history, you no need to write again and again, prepare once. Conduct host a meeting for once, invite all the students of 100 members from all the 3 sections. You can save time. You no need to host 3 different webinars. You no need to share materials through Edmodo. You no need to share a material through online classroom. So it facilitates teachers to save time. Once you spend time, you can save time and it facilitates students to get information from their own pace at any time. It supports institutions to motivate their students, to facilitate their teacher and the students, and promotes learning experience. So wherever they are, people won't be lagging with the materials, study materials. They can ask clarifications for the faculty, and we can use an online teaching platform to provide a supplementary source of materials. And we can have a broadcasting session for illustrations. And you can reach massive number of people through social network. Yes, the main purpose encourages to earn secondary source of income. If you check the people who are having online teaching platform, they are doing this for income, secondary source of income. Primary income would be, they would be in a private staff in a school or college, but they would have a domain to share their materials, their content through online teaching platform. And secondary source of income. People say that nowadays you need to have 4 to 5 incomes per individual. So we shall recall here all the points. You can take a screenshot. The 5th point, 6th, broadcast illustrations, 7th one and 8th one. Take a screenshot here. Impediments. What are the demerits we face in online teaching? Definitely, we do not know which tool we have to use for online teaching. Most important question, a lot of questions arise in our mind. Impediments, it demands technical skills. We assume that it demands technical skills. Of course, it requires personal interest, your time. You have to overcome your stress management, how to think creatively, needs some guidance. If one has not having technical skills or personal interest, we need some motivation, guidance from others. Usually we don't get guidance from others. People used to give commands, do online teaching, complete syllabus, give the report, but they won't provide proper instructions, especially step-by-step procedure, none offers. And lack of interaction with the students, another impediment. Yeah, this is the most important, lack of care and attention. So once you are in a classroom, you can take care of every individual students who are sick. But while in online, you can't think that people are attending very keenly. People may open their gadgets, turn on increase volume, maybe watching TV. See, where does the attention go? So here we can't give assurance. This is the main impediment. You can't monitor students individually. The username, the meeting ID and password may be with some other one who is getting mobile data. One can enter with the student's name, proxy entry. Yes, the impediments of online teaching increases stress. If you do not have proper network connection in your locality, you have to wander where you have mobile data. It definitely augments your stress, extra burden. Yes, online teaching, when we don't spend our valuable time to prepare content, it lacks originality. The next agenda, 8th agenda, common barriers we face. I have seen from my colleagues, other faculty, those who have discussed and shared the common barriers. You won't believe they are simple barriers, but most commonly you can witness them among teaching fraternity. The common barriers are no proper training is given to teaching fraternity. They claim so. No moral support from family. They think that the people are wasting time. Lack of motivation from colleagues, peers. Hesitation. Can I host an online course? Can I host a webinar? So first we have hesitation. These are the common barriers. When we come out of all these things, we can. Yes, we can do all the miracles. I think it's difficult when we have good interest. Anxiety, the fear. If I do some grammatical mistakes, what people may think of, next time they may not attend my webinar. This is the anxiety. Should I spend time? Should I spend a valuable time to prepare PPT? Should I design like this to get the attention of my audience? And lack of communication skill, very important. People imagine so, but if you watch my PPT, I have never used paragraphs. This is one thing I believe. I wish to give you the good stuff in form of powerful points which my audience can remember in future. After attending my webinar, you have to apply in your teaching methodology. I hope some of the research scholars have joined here. PG students have also joined here. This will be highly helpful for you. And poor voice modulation. When there is no proper rehearsal, poor voice modulation also becoming one of the common barriers. So we need to rehearse in front of the mirror. Get feedback, nothing wrong. Get feedback from family, get feedback from friends and relatives. Though they give negative feedback on voice modulation and communication skill, take this positively. Remember that they are the well-wishers of ourselves. They only give the exact prompt feedback, though it is negative. So the negative feedbacks when you receive, please don't give up the relationship. Improve, take time, do rehearse and improve your communication skill and voice modulation, or prepare a presentation like this, which will really helpful. Yes, the common barriers continue. Poor flexibility. So when I don't have flexibility with my family members, friends, relatives, and in my society, in my own community, I can't conduct online teaching. I need support from my siblings, my parent, my family, the members of my family, my teaching community. We need to be flexible. Yeah, vital. Lack of subject knowledge. See, when you are in a classroom, in a regular classroom, traditional teaching methodology, you can dictate notes. But in online teaching, you can't do so. Lack of subject knowledge, very important. It is the common barrier, of course. Lack of reference skill. When you host an online class, definitely have to refer a lot of information, take notes, prepare, organize, plan, do proofread, review, edit, then prepare a final draft, then present. Lack of self-motivation. People are longing for motivation from others. This is the major mistake we commit. We have to motivate self. You can congratulate if you write at least one page very neatly. You can congratulate there. Revati madam is asking, madam, it is not meant for it is not limited for schools or colleges. For everyone, everyone can join. Especially faculty, you can join. Madam has posted a question. The online courses which you mentioned are available for schools also, but they have not given restrictions. Anyone can join. Anyone can join. Principals, teaching fraternity. You people join, will learn and share your information.
Fine. Thank you, madam.
And lack of regular practice. When we don't practice, we can't host online teaching. We have to practice, definitely regular practice, and lack of updations. When we plan to host an online teaching, definitely we have to update what are the new technology, emerging technology available to organize online teaching. And no proper follow-ups. This is the very important mistake we commit. So the common barriers listed. And agenda 9, suggestions. We shall wait for another 1 minute. People are coming, joining with us. Suggestions. We discussed types of online teaching, aids, impediments, common barriers, suggestions. What suggestions? When they are simple common barriers, simple suggestions, but very valuable. So increase self-motivation, join in any online courses, and upgrade yourself as a faculty. Then develop technical skills. Technical skills mean educators toolbox like Edmodo, Google Classroom, this is Zoom. If you attend one webinar here, you should have self-motivation to host a meeting for your teaching community among your colleagues first, with your students. So develop technical skills to facilitate you and empower your motor skills, typography, alignment, proofreading, everything matters. So it is not too late to get guidance from peers and family. So don't hesitate to get guidance from family members. Get guidance. Nothing wrong. So please observe experts' online teaching methodology. If you like this kind of presentation, you can follow the same for your own when you host free teaching methodology. And suggest students to learn from free online courses to provide supplementary content. If it is not meant for schools, teachers can do online courses. You develop your skills. Please share the knowledge with your students. Take notes from the free online courses. Discuss with your peers. So if there is a team of 10 members in a school, you can choose 10 different online courses. The 10 different online courses take 1 week time. Set 1 week time. After 1 week, have a group discussion among the team members, the 10 faculty in your department. Spend 1 hour. Now you discuss, spend 6 minutes or 10 minutes on particular course for every faculty. So you ask them to sum up the course title, what was the course title they learned, the content material, ask them to sum up. So within 1 hour, we get the knowledge about 10 online courses. So to improvise our technical skills, to improvise our motor skills, we need to have teamwork. Instead of doing 10 different online courses by an individual, 10 staff can complete one online course, have a group discussion after a week, discuss with your peers. So definitely it provides sustainable employability. When your communication is related to sustainable employability, developing your technical skills, you are getting stronger than ever before. And you become a master in teaching after regular practice. If you wish to take screenshot, you can take screenshot of this slide. We are about to complete. Agenda 10, conclusion part. Please remember this slogan: learn, unlearn, relearn. What we learn today, tomorrow it may be old one. So we have to unlearn, we have to update with the relearn how we can adopt with the new technology. Learn, unlearn, and relearn, mandatory for online teaching. Improvise career development skills, share with your peers. Stand out of the crowd to get sustainable employability if you are private institution faculty. Yes. Keep on updating yourself with new skills. I hope it is useful for you. Now you can post your doubts in chat. We shall have another 5 minutes. If you post your queries, I shall answer, or else we can leave. Thanks for spending your valuable time from different states. Thank you. Thank you. I shall share the feedback form later to your mail. Thank you, Madam Revati, Madam. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Krishna, PV. Thank you. Thank you all. I hope I have shared some good information with you all. Please join at least one online course which is interested to you. You no need to join with the teaching only. You may feel boredom. Start with the recipe, start with the reading books, how to write books, how to write e-books for Amazon. Quite interesting. So online teaching you can do in the form of e-content. You can post in Amazon also. Was it quite interesting? Have I shared any good new information? I hope so. Now
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent, ma'am. It is.
Unmute all. Thank you all for spending a valuable time here.
It was an excellent program.
Was it useful? Have you learned any new information?
Of course, yes.
Mr. Narendra Reddy, Professor Narendra Reddy, sir.
Teach online, we have
Was it
a
useful?
lot of things. We were not able to memorize the number of tools
Thank you all.
given.
Feedback
We
form,
enjoyed
please
thoroughly.
fill in and send through mail. Thank you all. Have a nice day. Stay home. Stay safe.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.